right now on 5 on your side at 10.
The checkered flag has been waved at the Enjoy Illinois 300, but the big winner could be outside the track.
A few spot storms today, but will we see the same tomorrow?
First tonight, gunfire breaks out in a North County neighborhood. One of those bullets hit a 9-year-old boy.
Unfortunately, when people are shooting, bullets could go anywhere.
Good evening, I'm Mike Bush. Tonight, that 9-year-old boy is in critical condition. He was shot while playing in his front yard. New tonight, our Mark Maxwell spoke with family and a neighbor who was almost hit by that same gunfire. Mark?
Mike, St. Louis County Police shot spotter sensors detected several gunshots just north of 270 and Larimore Road. When officers arrived on that scene, a 9-year-old boy was bleeding in his front yard, and neighbors just next door narrowly missed getting shot.
If this had gone through, it could have quite possibly got to me, could have killed me.
Daryl Marsaw is breathing a sigh of relief after a close call.
When people are shooting, bullets could go anywhere and hit anyone, whether you're innocent or not.
He was driving home from a food drive at a charity softball game Saturday afternoon.
And as soon as I get ready to pull into my driveway, the shooting was taking place.
His home security system captured the harrowing moments on video.
I heard the gunshots. Immediately, once I pulled in to turn into my driveway, one bullet struck my car.
He quickly ran inside to take cover.
When you hear gunshots, you have to run for cover because you don't know if the gunshots are coming to you or the gunshots are going.
When police arrived, he came back out and found his next door neighbor, a 9-year-old boy, was caught in the crossfire.
You kind of hear the child. Yeah.
St. Louis County Police say the victim was not the intended target, but they have not reported any arrests as detectives continue to investigate. Marsaw is grateful to be alive.
I was concerned with my family and, if this was going to keep going or, maybe if someone was going to be running down the driveway to, finish the job.
As he gathered his thoughts, it occurred to him his own teenage son often rides in that front passenger seat.
Well, it's a difficult conversation.
And without concrete evidence or cooperating witnesses, a difficult case for police to close.
I just hope and pray that some way, somehow, something can be done, to stop, the gun violence.
We spoke to the victim's family next door. They were, of course, rattled and concerned, but told me they are confident he will eventually recover. You can leave an anonymous tip if you know anything about what happened with Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS.
Mark, thanks. Tonight, 2 Missouri teenagers are dead, 4 others recovering after a shooting in Boone County. It happened overnight at a vacant home where a party was taking place. Investigators say a fight broke out between 2 groups before gunfire rang out. A 16 and 17-year-old were killed. All of the injured are under the age of 19. No arrests have been made. Tonight, the Major Case Squad is asking for the public's help in solving a deadly home invasion in Ferguson. A man was shot and killed outside his home on Knollstone Drive overnight. According to investigators, several people broke into the home looking for money. The victim's name has not been released. If you do have any information, again, you can call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS, and you can remain anonymous. Tonight, a North St. Louis church is cleaning up after afternoon storms. An exterior wall collapsed at the Williams Temple Church of God in Christ on Union Boulevard. There were no reports of any injuries. Several spot storms popped up this afternoon. Heavy rain and hail fell in Maplewood and in Forest Park. The threat of lightning led to a delay at the Enjoy Illinois 300 NASCAR race in Madison. Weather First meteorologist Tracy Hinson is here to tell us if we'll see any more spot storms. Tracy?
Yes, and regarding that church with the wall that collapsed, right now our best estimate of what happened there was thunderstorm-related wind gusts. Not a tornado. Things look like they were from straight line wind damage, but does look like that would be thunderstorm wind damage. All right, and from our radar view, things are nice and quiet now. They've sort of settled down. We had some pretty strong storms that moved out there. A couple of severe thunderstorms, storm warnings, not many though, and that storm that moved through North St. Louis was not indicated as a severe thunderstorm, so that would be wind speeds of 50 miles or less with that one. And then things are nice and dry right now. Our day today, well, we landed at a nice even 93 degrees. far from that record high temperature of 98. Temperatures did dip down to just below 70 degrees. Averages for us are 83 and 64, and I have some good news for us. We will get to that 83 degrees. It's just going to feel really nice. 64 degrees for us overnight. Those spot storm threat, that has ended. Coming up, I'll outline that cooler forecast and the hope for rain ahead.
Tracy, thanks. It was chaotic, it was caution-filled, but 50,000 fans were on hand as the best NASCAR drivers in the world came to town for the Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sports director Frank Cusimano is here with more on the race for the checkered flag. Frank?
Well, Mike, underdogs are nice, but if you're hosting a NASCAR Cup race in your town, it's better to have a Hall of Famer win the thing. Kyle Busch is one of the top 10 drivers of all time on the NASCAR Cup Series, and he delivered again today at the Enjoy Illinois 300. Busch powered through a 5.5-hour workday. The race delayed by lightning in the area and numerous restarts. It's his third win in this year's Cup Series. He told me after the race, it's all about his team's preparation.
Everybody on the team did a great job preparing the car. We had a smooth test session on the simulator where we were able to really learn some stuff that helped us, and it really translated to here very well.
Kyle's crew chief is Randall Burnett. He's the pride of Fenton, Missouri, and his mom was the happiest fan of the 50,000 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Mike?
Frank, thanks. People traveled far and wide to be here for this race, booking up hotels and spending money at local businesses. Our Laura Barczewski has more on the economic impact of this weekend-long event.
Donnell Wilkerson says he's loved NASCAR ever since he was 5 years old, making the Enjoy Illinois 300 a can't-miss event for him.
So much better than watching it on TV, playing it on the game. You see how loud this is, man? You can feel it in your heart how loud it is, man. And I like cars, so it's nothing better than this. It's nothing better than this.
Fans from 39 different states sold out Worldwide Technology Raceway for the event of a lifetime, bringing in millions of dollars to the region.
This brings a tremendous amount of economic development to this region of the state, an estimated $60 million in economic impact to local businesses, hotels, restaurants, the attractions.
The director of the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Kristen Richards, says area hotels sold out and restaurants were packed. Also, fans could be part of the festival atmosphere.
This is new for a lot of people, but a NASCAR Cup Series race is a significant race in the NASCAR calendar. We are proud to be hosting it here in Madison, Illinois.
The pits and seeing the cars, the noise, the people, and the bands and all that, you can't beat it.
Wilkerson says he wants to see more races like this make their way to the St. Louis area.
You would have to travel a few hours out to get to a big NASCAR race like this. You might have to go to like Indiana or something. So for them to bring NASCAR here, it's good. And you see they sold it out. It's a big NASCAR fan base, so they should come here more often.
Reporting in Madison, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
The track will bring another economic boost to the Metro East in August when IndyCar drivers will race in the Bommarito 500. Potosi police are investigating an anonymous bomb threat that closed down a Walmart store. This happened just a few hours ago at the store off Highway 21 and Memorial Drive. About 30 minutes ago, police told us they're still waiting on canine units to arrive to search the building. Anyone with information, they're asked to call police. Tonight, firefighters are still searching for a cause to a massive fire that likely destroyed a Hazelwood bar. Everyone got out safely. The heavy smoke nearly covered I-270 nearby. It took crews nearly 5 hours to put out the flames. Several nearby fire departments were called in to help.
We ended up setting up a defensive operation. We had multiple aerials. We had roughly 60 firefighters on scene.
Volunteers from St. Louis First Responder Canteen also responded, providing ice, water, and Gatorade for firefighters. Tonight, we learned a Baldwin man was killed in a crash on I-44 last night. Police say a car was stopped and partially blocking one of the westbound lanes near Lindbergh when it was hit by a Ford F-550. A passenger in the car, 31-year-old Thomas Brennicky, died. The driver suffered serious injuries. The truck driver was not seriously hurt. 4 motorcycle riders are dead. 6 others are seriously hurt after they were hit by a car. The crash happened yesterday near Aurora, Missouri, which is southwest of Springfield. Police said the driver of a car hit 5 motorcycles head-on. The Missouri State Highway Patrol calls this time the 100 deadliest days of summer So everyone on the road needs to be aware.
We have to adapt to what we're seeing when it comes to these summer months because we got more traffic. Motorcyclists are more prevalent. So it's a shared responsibility. Motorcyclists have every right and every reason to be operating as does a passenger car or a pickup.
Investigators say it appears the driver of the car was impaired. She was also seriously injured. The victims range in age from 17 to 61.
A sonic boom over the Washington, D.C. area, the frightening scenario that had military jets scrambling, causing chaos in the skies and on the ground. A powerful show of strength, the walk giving hope to those fighting muscular dystrophy.
A little cooler tomorrow. We'll take what we can get, but we have even cooler temperatures in the forecast. I'll tell you when.
Someone once said, once you choose hope, anything is possible. That was the attitude of some people who gathered recently in Forest Park. As you'll learn in tonight's Making a Difference report, when it comes to fighting muscular dystrophy, hope lifts you up.
This is more than a walk. We unite as families and friends, neighbors, local businesses to celebrate the strength of MDA and our MDA families.
I can feel the weight of life pushed down on me, but on my darkest day, you come and set me free.
I'm here today to walk for the Flying Pigs. We are one of the top teams in St. Louis, and I'm here to support research, camp, just my MDA family.
I can hear your voice say this too shall pass.
I'm with Holden T. Rose for this guy.
Tell us about Holden.
Holden is 2. He just turned 2 in March. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Every time I call your name, you lift me up, you lift me up.
And who do we have here?
Kenzie Graves, yep. Kenzie was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy in July 2019.
You lift me up, you lift me up.
We were able to have her treated with Zolgensma when she was just 4 weeks old, which pretty much changed her life. She shouldn't even be with us today, and she's walking, she's happy, she's pretty much a normal young child.
You lift me up, you lift me up. Lift me up.
MDA has really helped me grow as an individual with a disability, and has been able to help me embrace what I have, and it's been incredible.
Every time I call your name, you lift me up, you lift me up.
What gives you hope?
There is so much in the medical and research community right now. There are so many new treatments that are coming to phase 3 human trials and things like that. Just the fact that there is an organization like the MDA that has spent decades bringing awareness to all of these types of diseases and raising money to fund this research, that gives me so much hope.
You lift me up, you lift me up. Lift me up.
And I'm just so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful.
And an early reminder, Ann and I, along with Rennie Knott and Scott Connell, will be back at Grant's Farm on Sunday, August 27th for our annual MDA Telethon. We'll have more on that in the days to come. And if you know an inspiring person or someone making a difference for others, let me know by email at mbush@ksdk.com. Thousands were out in Forest Park this morning in support of the Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis. The 14th annual Step Up for Down Syndrome Walk and Festival took place in the Upper Muni parking lot. More than $400,000 was raised for the organization. And right now you can register for the More Than Pink Walk in Tower Grove Park to support those fighting breast cancer. It's next Saturday, and our very own Kay Quinn will serve as the MC. Scott Connell will be there in our storm tracker, and we've made registering easy. Just text the word Komen to 314-425-5355, and we'll send you the information right to your phone. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson joins us now with the Weather First forecast, and we did have those pop-up storms today, didn't we, Tracy?
We sure did. Some of those bringing hail with it. We had hail reports up to about an inch in size. Now, this was very isolated. Some spots got it, most spots didn't. So if you were one of these spots, maybe it's time you're assigned to buy a lottery ticket or something like that, because the odds were not in your favor to get those storms. Sheldon C. sent this one in. And Sheldon, I don't think you're part of our 5 on Your Side weather watchers. If you see this, we would love to have you in that Facebook group so you can share more of your weather pictures. But this was from Page and Hamilton there. You can see quite a bit of hail that developed there. The Doppler radar right now, it is quiet. We saw those storms dissipate, a little bit of an unusual pattern here as they went from the northeast to the southwest, rolling out of our way. Things are nice and dry for now, though, and I expect them to stay that way through the rest of the night. It's a quiet view out there. Chesterfield was one spot that had just a little bit of rainfall out there. Current temperatures, though, it was enough to knock it down quite a bit. Look at the difference. St. Charles was one spot that did not have those pop-up storms, at least at the airport there. Chesterfield at Spirit of St. Louis Airport did. Look at that. 68 degrees in the valley, 80 in St. Charles. You can see the difference a little rainfall can make. 77 in Alton, 71 for Farmington. All right, over the next 12 hours here, temperatures will drop down into the mid-60s. Yes, mid-60s. That's a borderline coastal wake up for us tomorrow. That's a delight. And then we'll slowly but steadily make it up into the low 90s. Hey, a little bit cooler, and we will take it, won't we? Winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our sunrise, well, it's a little bit rude these days. It's at 5:37. I think that's too early. I don't want to see the sun at 5:30 in the morning. All right, we're going to have dry conditions for us tomorrow. A little bit of cloud cover will push in, as you can see there, overnight Monday into Tuesday. Could cause a little bit of mist out there for Tuesday morning, but we'll keep that at a minimum. Your St. Louis 10-day forecast for you. Temperatures will drop down into the low to mid 80s. We do have just a 20% chance for some showers and storms on Wednesday, as a very minimal stretch comes in there. And then on Saturday and Sunday. Now, don't hold me to it. This is days 6 and 7, but I do want to show you that there is a trend right now that is showing we're going to get actually some more ample rainfall. Not pop-up storms, not a little bit here and there, but an actual organized system. So fingers crossed for that. We know we certainly could use the rain. Right now we're at about 4.5 inches behind from where we were at this time last year.
All right, Tracy, thanks. Sunday morning shakeup. The big changes coming to America's longest running television program. All calm around the U.S. Capitol tonight, but just a few hours ago, there was chaos around the Washington, D.C. area. Sonic booms were heard as military jets scramble after a small plane violated the airspace over Washington. The pilot was not responding to radio calls. The small aircraft later crashed in a wooded area in Virginia. Rescuers found the wreckage late tonight. No one survived. That incident remains under investigation. Tonight, fears of an economic crisis over tomorrow's debt ceiling deadline are over. This weekend, President Joe Biden signed the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2023. It suspends the nation's debt limit through the end of 2024. It caps non-defense spending and expands work requirements for some food stamp recipients. A big shakeup is coming to the longest-running program on American television. Chuck Todd announced this morning he's leaving Meet the Press.
I'd rather leave a little bit too soon than stay a tad bit too long. I've had 2 amazing professional chapters, and I already have plans for my next chapter, including some projects right here at NBC News that I've been very focused on.
Todd will stay with NBC News as chief political analyst. He will handle moderator duties over to NBC News co-chief White House correspondent Kristen Welker. That's in September, and you can watch Meet the Press every Sunday morning at 8 right here on 5 on Your Side. Tonight, there's a deal in Hollywood, but it's not going to end the ongoing writer's strike. An historic tentative agreement is now in place between the Directors Guild of America and the major studios. Hollywood insiders say this deal could put more pressure on the Writers Guild, whose members walked off the job a month ago. June is Pride Month, and over the next few weeks, some area businesses are celebrating the LGBTQ+ community. The Fountain on Locust and Steve's Hot Dogs have a variety of Pride Month drink and dessert specials. A portion of proceeds from those specials will go towards Promo Missouri, which provides a variety of resources to the LGBTQ+ community across the state.
Both of our restaurants are LGBTQ+ safe spaces in our community, both for our customers and for our employees. So this was really a joint effort with our employees at both restaurants to pick the nonprofit that we were supporting, to develop the menus, and to really make this an all-out celebration.
Pride Month and this fundraiser for promo comes just weeks after Missouri state lawmakers passed 2 bills banning gender-affirming care for minors and a ban on transgender athletes from playing on teams not aligned with their sex at birth. To find Pride events happening this month in our area, just text the word PRIDE to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a list. Man's best friend is not always friendly to mail carriers. The new report showing St. Louis dogs are among the worst offenders. Tonight, the U.S. Postal Service is delivering a message to pet owners. It's Dog Bite Awareness Week. More than 5,300 mail carriers were attacked by dogs on the job last year. Houston accounted for the most attacks with 57. That was followed by L.A., Dallas, Cleveland, San Diego, and Chicago. St. Louis came in 7th, 34 bites. Kansas City right behind with 33. Post office reminds people even non-aggressive dogs can become protective. And Tracy has a final check of the weather.
I sure do. Temperatures tomorrow will make it to just 90 degrees, a little cooler than where we were at yesterday. And you know what? We'll take anything we can get. Temperatures will then drop down by about 10 o'clock at night into the low 70s. So we have those nice warm summer nights to enjoy. We'll have a little bit of cloud cover in towards the end of the day, just enough to make it a beautiful sunset tomorrow.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. Don't forget to start your day with Today in St. Louis. That begins at 4 a.m. And now here's Frank Cusabano with Sports Plus.